scattered friends and social media. Friendship in the internet age. The advent of the internet and social media networks has created a new social dynamic where people have friends scattered all over the world but may know little about their next-door neighbours. Critics have written many panicked articles about the abandonment of the village mentality and warned that social media could replace offline friendships or turn users into recluses, unable to converse face to face. However, more recent research often suggests that social media supplements rather than replaces communication in an existing social network. Most of us prefer to add people to our social media contacts only when we have already met them in person. We use social media to keep tabs on family, friends and work colleagues, organise reunions with former classmates, and reconnect with interesting acquaintances. A quick message or post can rekindle friendships and maintain bonds for years. Whereas in the past, friends living in different areas often drifted apart, nowadays it is possible to hang on to old friends wherever you are. However, is there something troubling about modern friendships? This article will examine some possible downsides to our new way of keeping friends. Clinging to the past. For centuries, we've been uprooting ourselves from our hometowns to seek new opportunities elsewhere. Until recently, on arriving in a new place, we'd inevitably lose our ties with the community we'd left. Before the internet, long-distance friendships required serious effort. Expensive phone calls across time zones, long letters, parcelled gifts, scraped together plane tickets, and long car journeys. We appreciate receiving things that take effort to give. As a result, friends could become very different from us, leading very different lives elsewhere in the world, and yet remain our friends forever. Naturally, it was impossible to invest so much time and effort into every single past friend or acquaintance, so most of old connections gradually faded away. We would keep only a few exceptionally close friends, the very best of our old social circle. Although this might have caused some pain, this actually freed our time and emotional energy to invest fully in a new social circle, the people in our new area. We would enjoy getting to know them well and work hard at maintaining these new friends, and could benefit from their local knowledge. These days, thanks to Facebook, Instagram, WhatsApp, email and Skype, we needn't cut our previous ties. As a result, many people never seem to leave their old lives behind, and their emotional investments become scattered. Ironically, it can be our continued contact with the people we loved before that risks leaving us feeling alienated where we are now. Constantly seeing what a past community is doing whilst being unable to join in can intensify feelings of homesickness and loneliness. To make matters worse, we can end up spending so much time and emotional energy on our past connections that we leave ourselves unable to socialise within our new area. Disconnected connections. Another consequence of having our close friends in different places is that the people in our social circle are much less likely to know each other. Although those who are fleeing small town syndrome would feel that this is a definite bonus and would enjoy being free of the gossiping and nosiness, it can cause problems. those with less densely interconnected social circles must invest more in maintaining them. For example, if all someone's connections are in a small village, one social gathering would allow them to spend time with a significant percentage of their contacts in one evening. On the other hand, a person with a loosely tied social circle with good friends in multiple locations would have to spend time with friends individually or in many smaller gatherings, which would take up much more of their time and energy. The guilt of getting in touch. Another hidden cost of social media is the pang of anxiety and guilt we may feel when we see all those friends in our contact lists that we haven't contacted for a long time. Although liking somebody's holiday pictures or cute new baby can cheer us up for a while, we often feel pressured to make more effort to meet in person. We worry about that promised phone call that never happens and the letters or emails that go unwritten. Often we are so busy that the best we can manage is to make brief contact with everyone and let them know that they are not forgotten. However, this can often feel superficial and does little to alleviate our feelings of depression or guilt. Perhaps the dangers lie not in social media itself, but in our lack of insight about ourselves and our needs. As social media continues to develop and change, perhaps the future will allow us more meaningful ways to reach out to others with all the ease of pressing like. For now, at the very least, we could try to introduce our scattered friends to each other, creating a new kind of social village that brings out the best in our friends and ourselves. They might gossip about us at some point, but we should think positive. Even gossip strengthens the social circle and brings us closer together.